Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're reacting to the 16th episode of Higurashi When They Cry New/Go. Cat Deceiving Chapter Part 3, right? Yep, Part 3. Yeah, okay. Things have gone a bit crazy with the last episode. So, yeah. Rika, who has given herself 5 timelines, essentially, 5 loops, to try and figure out what's going on before deciding I'm just going to end it all with the shard that she found down Oishiru's statue. You'd think, okay, we're in the last third of the show, essentially, or coming up towards the last third of the show. We've got 5 loops. Let's see how much we can learn from 5 loops. Oh, look, this character seems to be important. Akasaka, was that his name? I don't want to actually look him up just in case, but I think he's got something to do with the originals. I don't know anything beyond that. I assume he's from the originals, though, just because he seemed like a character that Rika seemed to know and seemed to implicitly trust right from the off. So I'm going to assume that he's important somehow. When we get to the originals, we'll explore, see what he actually ends up being. But yeah, it looked like, okay, we're going to try and learn something. And she's already being killed by Akasaka, who we just introduced. And then we proceeded to rapidly go through 4 loops, of which she was killed by Akasaka. Next was, who was after her? It was Akasaka, the mother, Sonozaki's mother, Kimiyoshi, and who was the 4th? Keiichi. Keiichi was the 4th. I don't know if that was the correct order, but those are the 4 that actually ended up killing her. Which more or less implies, I think the main takeaway we were meant to get from that is that it can be anyone. Literally anyone. Like, there's no limit as to who it could be. So, it's been all of our main characters at this point. Actually, no, it hasn't been all our main characters. It hasn't yet. Reina was first, then it was Shion, Mion. Mion is a confusing one, but I think it was Shion that was crazy. Keiichi's been crazy. Satoko hasn't gone crazy, right? Not from the curse. She hasn't gone crazy and gone killing people. She's the only one really of our main cast that hasn't yet. Maybe that's how they end the loop. Like, that would be, I think, probably the worst. Maybe that would be the most impactful one for Rika and what drive her to really just say, yeah, that's it, I can't do this. If Satoko turns on her. Because they've been living together, like, they're very close. So Satoko being the one to kill her on the final loop would be something. But aside from Satoko, who else hasn't it really been? It hasn't been Irie yet, I don't think. It hasn't been the teacher yet. It hasn't been Jiro and Takano. And I saw someone ask why I call him Jiro. It's because it's easier to say. Basically, we've heard his name, and Jiro's stuck in my mind more than Tomitake for some reason. So I've just been calling him Jiro this entire time. I have no idea if me knowing his name is Jiro is... I mean, it's not a spoiler because they've said it in the show, albeit only like once or something, but it's stuck. I don't know if that... Because that's his first name, not his second name, so I don't know if that's necessarily... Wait, no, forget it, Japanese names. It confuses me every time. I never know which one's first or surname. I think Jiro is his first name, though. Yeah, I don't know if that's a spoiler necessarily that I know that. It hasn't really been relevant at all, so I don't really care what name I call him, but yeah, you know when I say Jiro, I mean Tomitake, the photographer that is buddy-buddy with Takano. It hasn't been either of them two yet, and they're really the only consistent thing that I've noticed throughout most of these loops. Like, they haven't really been explicitly saying them in every single loop, but especially the first 2, well, the second loop they went to the storehouse, to see Oyashiro's statue, and then they disappear after that. Like, in the second loop, they stole the van and disappeared. In the first one, they just straight disappeared. So, I want to know more what the hell they're doing. Irie, I don't know what his deal is. The teacher, I don't think there's anything really to suspect with the teacher. I think it's just that there wasn't a really good point to make her the killer. Or the crazy cursed, Oishiro curse person. They could use her. Like, why not? I mean, I don't think they're saving her. I just didn't think they'd use her. Like, it would be more impactful to use other people that are closer to Rika than the teacher, maybe. But, yeah, she's the only other person other than Irie and Takano and Jiro that I can think of that hasn't really been turned yet. Of note, maybe the old lady Sonozaki, maybe, but that'd be kind of weird if she turned, honestly. Like, that would be a really weird one if she turned. But yeah, it really is Jiro and Takano that I'm still suspicious of. All this time, I'm still suspicious of them. Because we haven't really been talking about, well, why did they disappear those first 2 arcs? Like, why? But Rika's on her last arc. Or her last loop before she's decided to just end it all. And she's in a horrible place right now. Like, horrible place mentally. I get the feeling that she's probably not going to succeed this loop either. Because, well, there's way too much show left for that. I feel like the final loop that actually starts to put stuff together will have its own name. And since we're on part 3 of Cat Deceiving, and I think we're not ending with Cat Deceiving here, I think next week's going to be part 4 as well. I get the feeling that she's probably going to fail this loop. It might be Satoko that it does her in, just for extra emotional impact, because that would be the most impactful of all the people to probably kill her at this point. Unless it was... Yeah, I think that'd be the most impactful person, unless it was someone else from the Furude family, but I don't think so. Yeah. And I think she's probably going to try and go to get the thing to end herself, but it's probably not going to work. Like, I imagine she's going to go get that, kill herself, and she ends up back in there. I've got a horrible feeling that might happen, that she's just going to restart another loop. It's like, yeah, you can't just kill yourself out of this. You're stuck here until you figure it out. That would be very impactful. So we'll see if they go that route with it. But I don't think this last loop is necessarily going to go well for her. That's what my imagination's saying. So I guess we'll see. But I think the intro over. Let's get into the episode. As per usual, here on YouTube, we do time-based format. If you want to see full picture-in-picture, you can go to my Patreon. You can see all previous 15 episodes on there as well. I backdated that one when I first started doing picture-in-picture. At just £4 a month gets you access to all the picture-in-pictures, and if you go even up higher tiers, you can get things like the shout-out you saw at the beginning of this one. But here on YouTube, we have to do have to do timer-based. I'm so terrible with that because of copyright. So bottom left of the screen, you'll see the timer for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. On play, you start the episode. I start the episode, and we'll be in sync. We watch this one on Funimation since that's who's licensed this series. Kanekawa logo, then Funimation logo, so about 10 seconds logos total. I'll call them out as they go past. You can also use screen flash on my face or the mic to tell when the scene is transitioning. So, episode 16 of Higurashi. Let's get into this one in 3, 2, 1, play. Kanekawa. Funimation. Cheers. Here we go. June 12th. New loop. Is this just her panicking, waking up? Or is she actually ill? I think it's just her panicked waking up. Oh, hi, Satoko. Yeah. Yep. Rika's in a terrible spot right now. Is Satoko about to drop some knowledge? Huh? Is she the real curse victim of Oishiro? But why would Satoko know that? What? Oh, what? Oh, I hate that I'm right. Fuck. Satsuko being the one that finally does it on the final loop. I hate that I was right. Oh, fuck. They all think it's inside her. And they use the ritual with the thing coming down, scoop the insides out. The spreading ritual, multiple meaning thing. Yeah. It's a very quick loop, though. You wake up, you're dead. It's a very quick loop. I still find it interesting that they haven't changed OP all this time, and I don't think they've really updated it either. If they've changed anything in the OP over the time, it's been very subtle. Although, I feel like the old-timey lines and stuff that go across the screen have become a bit more, maybe. Like, the screen seems a lot more shaky, almost. Like, maybe it's just me. I don't know. It was just, Yeah, this is not a good spot to be in this loop. Right. Surprised you're alive still. Oh boy. Jesus, this is... Jesus Christ. This is a different type of crazy that Satsuko has. See the claw mark on the side of the neck there. Oh, I'm sure you did. Interesting that hers are 4 marks. Normally you see them as 3 marks. I don't know if that means anything. I'm just grasping at straws for any information here, you know. Oh, she's got the thing. Yep. 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 You're going to be using the ritual. She's so much more put together than all the others. You have sinned. Oh, yeah. They really went gory the past couple of episodes, didn't they? Nope, she's not going to. Hmm. Huh? What? I don't know whether to take this as... Oh. Huh. Because she wanted out. That's a good point. You want nothing more than to leave. I'm guessing these are previous loops as well. Huh? Huh? I'm guessing that was part of the good end from the originals? I guess? But it does definitely seem to imply Jiro and Takano were involved in that. Hmm. I'm amazed she's still alive. For now. Hmm. I'm still not sure how much of this is just crazy or what. Hmm. Oh boy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Seriously, how is she still alive after all this? Oh, half of her just moving when the other half was not. That was rough. Yeah, all the good times you did share together. Seriously, how the hell is she still alive through all of this? Hmm. That's a good question. Right. You had to leave. Hmm. Jesus. She's awake? Right. That's what. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You abandoned it. So this is the revenge. Mm. Can we stop? Does she have to go through another 100 years for this? That would be torturous. I don't know about that. Mm-hmm. Final loop. Again, who's clicking their fingers together? Where the hell are we? We're outside. Hmm. Swimsuit episode, apparently. Uh huh. Well. Oh boy. Hmm. Mm-hmm. If only you knew. Calm down right now. Sure. Yep. We just went from digging out someone's entrails to having some beach ball fun in the river. Only Higurashi. Only Higurashi. Right. Still going to? Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm guessing this is the original arc. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Something tells me that's not enough, though. Is Satoko crying as well? There she goes. I've got a horrible feeling. I've got a really horrible feeling about what's going to happen. I wouldn't be so sure. Okay. Well, let's get to the festival first. Has... Mm-hmm. That's the arc 1. Arc number 3. 19th of June, okay. Festival time. Ritual goes off without a hitch, I'm assuming. See, this is where the one consistent thing kept happening. Not much time left. Surely they're going to undercut this. Unless they end it on a happy note and then they leave us confused. Yep. Arc number 2. They didn't go off to the storehouse. Well. Don't say that on episode 16 of 24. Or 25, I forget. Flowing down the river. Now, where is Jiro and Takano? It's the last little piece here that we need. There he goes. He's off somewhere. We interrupt him. Yes. There she is. Oh no. Oh no. I've got a bad feeling. And that's where they fucking end it. Fuck you. Shit. Yeah, I've got a terrible feeling about how that's gonna go. I've got a terrible feeling. Like I was saying, Jiro and Takano, they're the only ones unaccounted for after all that. And here they are. What on earth are we going to be discussing? Takano and I are what? Assuming those were flashbacks to the original series, it looks like Jiro and Takano were quite pivotal in the ending of the last time. It might be spoilerish for the original series, but I don't care at this point. Yeah. We'll just get next episode title, which will be Cat Deceiving Chapter Part 4, which might be the final part of this arc, or we'll get Part 5, I'm not sure. But I have a horrible feeling that what's about to happen with this conversation between Rika and Takano, and I guess by extension Jiro as well. But that's the last main thread that I have left to consider. Except Irie and his creepiness, and the clinic, but I don't know if that's going to be relevant yet. Alright, next time, Cat Deceiving Chapter Part 4. Fuck, dude. Fuck. What way to start off your episode. It's like, I hate that I called that. I hate that I called that Satoko would be the final one for her. However, it was a positive spin for Rika in a weird way. They didn't go quite into the realm of making it so that she just despaired and tried to end it all. So she didn't have to go get the thing. But it must still be relevant, right? That that shard of broken whatever it was, ceramic or whatever. That's still relevant though, because she doesn't need to use it on herself, but surely she'd need to use it on someone else. Like, that's the other thing, is like, Hanyu said to kill a time looper. It didn't specifically say to kill yourself, i.e. Rika. It said to kill a time looper. So it's possible that there's multiple time loopers, and therefore there's someone who brought her back into this. Potentially. But this is her punishment for leaving the village? Didn't she leave the village for like 3 years, though? Why would it happen 3 years? Was it 3 years of time? Because she'd been away from the village for an extended period of time, right? So why did it take so long to pull her back in? If that genuinely is the reason they're going for. We've still got 8 episodes left. It's not that simple to say, oh, it's because I left Hinamizawa. It's like, oh, now that I have a true appreciation for the village again, everything can go back to normal. No, that's not going to work. Not with 8 episodes left, it isn't. And yeah, Takano and Jiro now we've got to talk with and discuss something. The show's too happy right now, relatively speaking, compared to what Higurashi normally is. The show's a bit too happy right now, and we need to bring that down a peg, I think, and I think this conversation is probably going to do that. But I wonder if this conversation is going to start bringing up some more stuff from the original series, because I feel like they flashed back and showed a lot of more of the original series stuff in this one. Probably for newer viewers like myself who have not seen the new ones to be like, oh look, these are events that have happened that influenced her decision and how she feels about certain things, and like, yeah. Trust me, by the time I get around to the originals, I'm probably going to forget a lot of that. Unless they drop some really, really, like, blatant spoiler dialogue in whatever this upcoming conversation is going to be, I'm probably not going to remember much of it, and therefore I will be still going into the original Higurashi with a very poor memory of what's going to happen, so I can at least still go through it. But either way, it's going to be interesting to go through this way around, whereas older fans will be going the other way around, so it's still insightful regardless of how it ends up being. But But yeah, also one of the benefits of going into the new series would be that I can actually pick what day it falls on, so I can give myself an easier day and schedule it a little bit better as well. It also means I could do 2 episodes a week, provided I have enough time. But with the Patreon request shows going on next season, potentially, I don't know if I'd necessarily have that sort of level of time to indulge, especially if like Log Horizon Season 2 gets recommended, or a Symphogear gets recommended. We'll still have World Trigger. What else? Symphogear, Log Horizon, World Trigger. What's my other Patreon request show that I've got going on right now? What is my other Patreon request? Oh, School Live. School Live, yeah. Well, that's a one and done, so that shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, this conversation is going to be interesting, and I'm scared for where it's going to go. Hopefully not too many spoilerish stuff from the originals, just so I can have a bit more of a blinder look into the originals when we get there next season, but what will happen. I just hate that I called Satoko being the next one to go crazy. Anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one as much as I did. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments on what you thought of the episode. Be mindful that I'm not really reading the comments of this video so much when it comes to Higurashi, just in case of spoilers and stuff. It's very easy to include spoilers and stuff in a show like this because there's so much to Higurashi already established that it could be very easy to just slip in and add stuff that hasn't necessarily been talked about in this version. So that's why I'm kind of like not really reading too many comments on this one. So if I don't interact with you guys on this one, that's why. Don't forget to subscribe to see next week's episode, which is going to be a mess probably, as well as the rest of the Winter 2021 lineup you can find on my channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.